The Tasmanian Devil, which gained worldwide fame through Taz, the Warner Brothers cartoon, is the world's largest remaining marsupial carnivore. Devils got their name when European settlers heard the horrendous noises mating and feeding devils make coming from the bush and assumed that they could only be being made by the devil himself. Sadly, these unusual creatures are suddenly in danger of extinction due to devil facial tumour disease. So I went down to the University of Southampton to talk to Dr. Hannah Siddle about the disease and her efforts to save the iconic Tasmanian devil.
In around 1996, a Tasmanian devil was photographed with a large disfiguring tumour on its face, and this became known as devil facial tumour disease, or DFTD. And initially it wasn't very clear what this disease was, but eventually scientists discovered that this was actually a contagious cancer. The tumour cells, once they've passed to a new Tasmanian devil, they grow very rapidly and they cause these large disfiguring tumours around the faces and the necks of the animals. And eventually they either metastasize or spread to other organs in the body, or they inhibit the devil's ability to feed. And typically within 6 to 12 months the devil dies of the disease.
The fact that the cancer is contagious is what scientists are finding so unusual and yet so interesting about devil facial tumour disease.
A couple of years ago, we made a really important discovery where we found that there were some key proteins that were missing from the tumour cells. And these are the proteins that allow the body to identify a cell as being a cancer cell rather than a healthy, normal cell. And this means that the tumour cells can pass between individuals. But we also found that we could actually alter the tumour cells so that they would start to produce these proteins again. And this was really exciting because we thought that we could start to make a vaccine that was based on these proteins.
Across the east coast of Tasmania, there are areas where 80 to 90% of the devil populations have been lost due to DFTD, and it is quickly spreading across the entire island, so finding a vaccine is becoming increasingly vital.
In Tasmania, we have some fantastic collaborators at the Menzies Research Institute, and they're starting to, in the next little while, release animals back into the field, and we'll be able to actually start testing different vaccines on these animals, and so that's really exciting.
So, here's to hoping that this newfound vaccine can save these endangered devils. Rachel Hutchison for Solent News Now.